It seems like we've said this over and over again over the last several years, but once again, Disney is dealing with massive disappointment and backlash from their shareholders, as the stock price has dropped nearly 10% in the last 24 hours, following more disappointing news directly from Bob Iger. Not only is Disney continuing to lose money on streaming, but they're also losing subscribers. We found out yesterday 4 million subscribers gone from Disney Plus just in the most recent quarter. And they're also losing hundreds of millions of dollars every quarter on Disney Plus. But one of the most interesting things that Bob Iger mentioned during this terrible earnings call for Disney, showing once again that people are rejecting their woke agenda-driven garbage. It had nothing to do with Disney whatsoever, at least not directly. It had to do with this year's biggest success at the box office, Universal's Super Mario Brothers. We talked about this a lot in the first couple weeks of the box office for Super Mario Brothers. It was a smash hit. It was huge. And more importantly, it went directly to prove that everything people have been saying about Disney, including coming from Disney themselves, was a complete and total lie about families not wanting to go back to theaters. It was always a lie. You knew that when Minions Rise of Gru last summer made almost $1 billion. But now it was impossible to ignore, and so many people were also putting these things together. The Super Mario Brothers movie is Disney's biggest nightmare. And yes, going on the 4th year in a row, Universal is looking to beat Disney in terms of children's animation at the box office. Well, Bob Iger brought up the Super Mario Brothers movie. Clearly, he's hearing a lot of the same things going on as well, but he's trying to paint it from an interesting perspective. Disney CEO Bob Iger cites Super Mario movie's success as a good sign for theaters. And over here on CNBC, Disney CEO Bob Iger praises rival Universal's Super Mario Brothers movie. This was so strange, such a weird thing to happen in the middle of a Disney quarterly earnings report where they had so much bad news to tell, that he randomly brought up Universal's success with the Super Mario Brothers movie, almost like he's trying to change the narrative a little bit surrounding this talking point. The Magic Kingdom is a fan of the Mushroom Kingdom. Disney CEO Bob Iger used part of his opening remarks. Again, he wasn't asked this question. It was his opening remarks during an earnings call Wednesday to praise rival Universal Studios' Super Mario Brothers movie and its success at the global box office. Quote, "Allow me to digress for a moment to congratulate Universal for the tremendous success of Super Mario Brothers. It certainly proves people love to be entertained in theaters around the world, and it gives us reason to be optimistic about the movie business." Now, the way that he portrayed it, when you listen to him in that call, it's almost like he's saying, hey, great job. You showed everybody. You brought back theaters for families for these animated movies. It gives everyone hope that we can have the same success. They have been making excuse after excuse. Lightyear flopped. Strange World flopped. Everything they've done over the past few years for families at the box office has flopped. It's because they were putting out trash. It's because Disney's sitting there fighting with the state of Florida about something that very directly contradicts family values. They've been pushing a woke agenda down people's throats. They had leaked Zoom calls coming out about their not-so-secret gay agenda and how they market it to children. These are all the reasons that Disney has struggled at the box office when it comes to this family animation entertainment. Yet Bob Iger's trying to pass off Super Mario Brothers like, it really gives us hope. You've really brought this back. You've proven that we can do these things at the theaters. Yeah, everybody knew that already except you. You are the ones who were lying about this. The mainstream media were covering for you, lying about it still being COVID, that families didn't want to go to the box office. They absolutely did. And now you're basically being forced to acknowledge that in some way because, just like we have been talking about, and just like even the mainstream was forced to talk about, this thing, the NCU, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, what Illumination continues to do, what Universal continues to do, it proved Disney is wrong. It proved that their talking points have not been accurate this entire time. Families will go to the theaters as long as you give them something to watch that's not full of propaganda. Disney has been unable to do that, and as a result, that's one of the reasons why they lost 4 million subscribers on Disney Plus, and one of the reasons their stock has dropped nearly 10% just in the last 24 hours. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section below. Bob Iger deciding to praise the Super Mario Brothers movie clearly to try to reset the framing of this and once again pretend like no one's been able to do this until now and they've really broken through. They've given everyone hope. It's really weird and kind of sad. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.